Hello. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. This is part three of our series, part 3. And what we are doing is we're building this fairy house out of cardboard. This is the big shot right here. So far, we're looking good. I have the top of it is taken off right now, but there's a second top that goes on top of here. And we've got a very strong structure inside this fairy house. It's all wired up with 55-pound wire, 55-pound gauge wire that runs through each of the 4 corners and then up through the middle. So our task now, I tried to do this in the last video, but it took too long. And that's sort of typical with production or anything you're making. You think of exactly how long it takes you to make something, and then you have a little bit of time where, you make a mistake, you gotta go back and fix something that adds more time on the end. And that's life, is being able to prepare and plan for everything and get the whole thing done, but, in the time that you allot. And the real secret is not allotting this much time, but this much time. And that's what I'm learning as I'm working through this project. I didn't think these live sessions would go quite as long as they have, but I appreciate your hanging with me, right? So again, my name is Charles Drexler. I'm the creator of Absolute Win. Absolute Win is a content platform. We promote personal change. We promote health, wellness, and sustainability. You can learn more at our website, The website is absolute-win.com. Okay, so today we're working on this fairy house. As I said, this is part 3, parts 1 and 2. There's a link in the description, so make sure you check that out. Tools. We're going to be talking about what tools are we using today. Right now, it's hot glue gun time. Absolutely. Now, the way this is going to work, these glue sticks, this is a semi-flexible, semi-rigid piece of plastic. These get loaded into this hot glue gun. Right now the glue gun is not plugged in. But when it's plugged in, you push this button and it starts feeding this plastic into this gun. And in here there's a chamber where it heats up and then hot glue starts spilling out. So we're going to be using this inside the fairy house. We're going to glue up all these different corners with the hot glue. I'm going to be going underneath. I'm going to be trying to put in some cardboard shims, for there are some areas that are a little bit shaky and kind of need to be built back up. So that's something we're going to work on. Some other tools that I'm going to be looking at today. Standard tool that I've been using a lot is going to be just my box cutter. We're going to use that today. I've got my level. I love this level. I would like things to be nice and straight. Now, one thing I can see on the corner of this box, when I fitted it all together, the back corner is sticking up a little bit, so I need to bring up the front corner a little bit, and I'll probably be doing that with little pieces of cardboard shims in there. I have a ruler. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I always plan that I'm going to use the ruler, but then when I actually start doing it, I just start cutting and sticking it together and seeing what works. So keep a ruler handy, you might need it. But today is all about this hot glue gun. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's start gluing some stuff up. So with the other format of these videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working. I'm going to turn up the music. You can hang out with me. I appreciate your hanging out. What else do I want to say? if you like this content, if you're enjoying it, please hit share, please hit subscribe, please participate in all that online promotional stuff. That's what we're here for. But really, as I explained in another video, I am here because I am a filmmaker, and I am practicing my filmmaking as well as practicing some of this crafting at home, which is something that we're doing right now. We're in a coronavirus, kind of lockdown. This is something that I can work on here in my home. So thank you for joining me here in my home, and thank you for participating. Okay, what else can we talk about? So I told you this is a bit about me as a filmmaker. I want to put this out there that I'm practicing working with some of this technology, and I do hope that my transmissions out there into the YouTube and internet world get smoother, get better. But I'm practicing, so if you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm very interested in what you have to say. And I'm also showing off some of my skills here. I want to show you some of my filmmaking skills, because right now when I'm sending this out to you, this is live. I have 6 different camera setups that I'm basically working with. The first is this FaceTime camera. That's the one I'm talking to right now on the iMac. There's a FaceTime camera, and that's what I would do, FaceTime, say hello, people like that. Okay. The way I have all these cameras connected to the computer, they're all connected by USB, and I'm going to show you, this is some of the software that I'm using to record. Now, what's crazy is if I'm live here on YouTube, this is my live analytics. I got nobody really watching me right now. This is OBS. This is Open Broadcaster software. So this is what I'm using to switch between the different cameras. I've got a couple of scenes that are preloaded here, and I've got the titles and stuff preloaded in here. And if I want to cut around, I've got keyboard shortcuts. So I've got my cameras lettered. This is my A camera, which is a wide. B camera, which is my close-up camera. A C camera, which is kind of like an overhead special camera. That I moved it. It was in a different location in some of the other shoots, so we're going to see a different angle today with the hot glue, particularly as we're getting in there. This is a special overhead camera. This is also a web camera. Most of these cameras are hooked up to the computer by USB. And when you're working with OBS, I'm juggling 6 different video streams here. I don't know why this one is so small. It should be kind of like this. But these are all the video streams that I'm juggling in this OBS software, and I'm using my keyboard shortcuts to switch around, live switching, which is kind of cool. So I'll run through my cameras for you. There's camera A, there's camera B, there's camera C, there's camera D. D is desktop. That's how I remember desktop. E is my overhead camera, and then F is my FaceTime camera. So that's a little bit about cameras. Why do we do coverage like this? You want to get multiple angles. Here I'm mixing technology. I've got webcams mixed with real cameras and stuff. So the look is going to be a little bit inconsistent from camera to camera, and that's okay. I like that style. Why would I use different cameras? Well, you want to be able to see different angles of this action, right? Angles and variety, visual variety will make it better. So, okay, that's it. I'm ending my masterclass. It's time to start building this fairy house here. So, thank you for hanging with me. If you have any comments, please let me know. If you like this, please share it. Please give a thumbs up. And you got to know that there's going to be a cut down of all of this coming soon. So, you're going to see a lot of this building with me, working with me, is hanging out with me, raw, real time. But we have condensed videos that we're going to put this all together for. Okay, so my first task, another task that I'm going to do that I forgot to tell you about, I mentioned it in my last video 2. We're going to cut cardboard, into little pieces like this. Just little pieces. And and we'll bend them, and then we'll put hot glue on one side and the other side, and we'll kind of stick those into corners and things. And these are the types of shims that I'm talking about. So I'll be making little cardboard shims and sticking them into this fairy house over here. Particularly, fly away, little one. Yay! There she goes. Okay. These little pieces are going to kind of stick around this main chimney. So that's how that's working. That's it. I'm going to get to work. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to turn up the music, turn my microphone off, and let's get to work. Let's build this fairy house. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, we are in the place to be. whoa, 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 there we go. In the place to be, yeah, 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 yeah. taste of there we are in the place to be.
Okay, so we're coming up on the hour mark here, so I'm gonna sign off and say goodbye. Let me tell you what we did do. We did secure all of the bottom basically with hot glue. I went around the edges and I went around each of those poles. In the next video, we're gonna keep working with the hot glue. What I'm gonna do is in the next video, we're gonna do the top, the underside of the top, and the overside of the top. So that'll be in the next video. Tune in, please. And if you like what we're doing, please share, please subscribe, please hit the like button. You know, that really helps. So thank you so much. I'm going to put up our quote and then we're going to cycle out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.